Hey community, this is Dr. Hugh, and if you've clicked on this thumbnail, I want to tell you I appreciate that. And what I really wanted to do is just tell you my story so you can somehow maybe relate to my story and my struggles. Because I know this, the best practitioners out there are people that have struggled with their own individual health. So when I look at this picture right here, this is my picture from high school. I graduated in 1992. So this picture is from I'm going to guess from 1988. So, we're talking 1988, but still the principles that I learned back in 1988 still apply to how I run and work my life today. So when I was in high school, my first name being Hugh, they easily called me Huge, Huge. So no, that was just my nickname. They just called me Huge. I was overweight. I was obese. I couldn't breathe. I was not motivated. I was just not very healthy. My mom and dad weren't very healthy either. And if you've seen my dad's story, there's a video on YouTube about his story. I seen my dad sick and suffering, and I said to myself, there's no way that I'm going to end up like that. Something must be happening. Why am I this big? Why do I go to high school and I'm called Huge, and I go up the stairs and I can't breathe, and I don't have any friends? I'm an introvert. Like something just wasn't normal there. Something was weird, right? Something was off. So what happened is that summer, when I was going into 10th grade, I went up to the Boundary Waters in Minnesota. And if you're not familiar with this area, it's basically a canoeing and camping area. And because I was a fat kid, because my nickname was Huge, I would carry the canoe and portage. So portage is when you would canoe and then you'd get to the end of the lake, and then you'd have to actually lift your canoe off the water and walk maybe a mile or 2 miles to get to the next lake or stream. So because I was huge, I would get the canoe and I would get a backpack, and the backpack weighs around 80 pounds. But here's what happened. In 3 days up in the Boundary Waters, I had a spiritual connection with myself, my inner spirit. Because when I got back, I'd lost 10 pounds. So in 3 days, I'd lost 10 pounds, and I knew something had shifted for me up there. I had lost 10 pounds. I come back, and I'm like, you know what? I lost 10 pounds. There's no way that I'm going to continue to be fat. Within basically 6 months, I had lost 80 pounds. So I went from basically 235 pounds to 140. Now, you have to realize, at this time, I was only 5'7", 5'8" in height. Now I'm 6'2". So within a matter of 6 months, I lost 80 pounds. I'm like, there's no way. I'm never going to be that way. I'm going to continue to strive and get better and focus on my health forever, just because I had this spiritual awakening up here at the Boundary Waters. Now, at the same time, I was diagnosed with dyslexia when I was in kindergarten, and I could barely read. So I was obese, my name was Huge, and I could barely read. And in fact, I could barely read when I graduated high school, right? So at that point, I started reading books. When I lost this weight, I started reading books. I started reading Tony Robbins books, nutrition books. I said, there's no way I'm going to end up being called fat, obese, and not being able to read. And ever since then, I've been on a quest to help as many people as humanly possible. I've been on a quest to inspire people, to touch people, to motivate people so they can actually see a light. There's possibility, there's hope, there's love, there's caring out there for you to get better. No matter what kind of condition you're suffering with, I want to let you know, God put a most amazing healing power in your body that can get you well. You just need some guidance. You need some support. You need someone that you can connect with. So I hope in this story, somehow I was able to connect with you and your story, and you can relate to my struggles as being called Huge, not being able to read, dyslexia, and really didn't know what I was going to do with my life. But I know when I went up to the Boundary Waters with those 3 days, something shifted. It's like someone that smokes, someone that was smoking for 20 or 30 or 40 years, and they tried to quit 1 billion times. They just woke up one day, they had some kind of cognition, some kind of realization. They threw the cigarettes in the trash, and they said, there's no way I'm ever going to smoke again. I can't tell you how many times I tried to lose weight. I tried to lose weight over and over and over and over. You know what? But it never helped. I could never lose weight. Why? Because it was always a mindset. I didn't choose to lose weight. I didn't want it bad enough. I didn't have the realization that I wanted it bad enough. When I went up to the Boundary Waters, I said, I can do something with my life. I can do something then I can do something different than just being fat and not being able to read. And being diagnosed with dyslexia, you always had this kind of this ceiling on you that, Hugh, you're never going to strive to be the best. And I want to let you know that's not the case. If you're out there, you can do great things in life. You can heal. You can inspire people. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my station, and just remember is where there's help, there's hope. Take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye.